Yes. All right. So this is we had a good fight last night. Daniel Jacobs versus John Ryder. Yeah. Uh, I believe his name is John, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I think so. So John Ryder pulled off an upset last night by winning by split decision. In a decision that quite many seem not very satisfied with. So I wanted to say something about that. First off, the first four rounds were pretty boring, non, non uneventful. There was a lot of wrestling and tumbling going on. I think that was a part of Ryder's plan, surely, to wear out Jacobs at first and then, attack start attacking, and he did that in the seventh round. Before that, Jacobs really didn't land that much clean, hard shots. In the fifth round, right, he landed a good right uppercut, but nothing that really hurt. A couple of punches actually that he landed seemed to kind of phase Ryder, but nothing really, cracking. He wasn't really seriously hurt, last night. Well, in the seventh round, Ryder really started, taking up, a notch or two, and I mean, both guys landed some solid shots there, as well. But I think Ryder was slightly more effective, and even Gabriel Rosado gave him that round, who was scoring for the zone. And then, Ryder pretty much took over in the next few rounds, and he won the eighth and the ninth clearly. And the tenth, I thought he was simply very effective in landing his short hooks left and right. And yeah, he was simply doing the more eye-catching stuff, And then the championship rounds, well, they were, the 11th was rather close, but I thought Ryder kind of snatched it. While the 12th was Jacobs, he came back and won that round. But he didn't do anything special in that round either. So that's why I can understand why he didn't get that decision, because a lot of those rounds, those early rounds that he won, he simply won by being more active. He didn't really do anything special. He didn't do any damage really, in those first four rounds. And the first round, I know that Rosado scored even actually, and I can see why. That round there was so little action, or so few punches landed that it was hard really to give it to anyone. So, and it's just Ryder fought really the perfect fight from round seven and on. It's just that he kind of got off kind of late. And yeah, but he still got the decision in the end, so that proved to be the right approach, I guess. And I said in the prediction for this fight that I can see this fight even going Ryder's way if he should be, more active, the busier guy, and he was not more well overall in the overall perspective. He was not more active, but he was the he landed the better shots. I mean, he landed more big shots definitely than Jacobs, even though Jacobs was not either in real trouble at any point, but he did get hurt, a few times. He did get caught with some really clean and hard punches, yeah, definitely. And so when I was looking at Jacobs in those in that last half of the fight or something, all I was thinking was like, this guy should really retire. Why is he? He really doesn't have anything left to achieve. And he's 35 now, and he's not at a point where he can hope to win another world title. And it's also obvious, even though Ryder is a tough guy, he's a very tough guy, but it's obvious that his punches don't have the same effect at 168 as at 160. And if we look here at his at his fights since he became a super middleweight, let's see. So yeah, he only managed to stop Julio Cesar Chavez, but that was a corner retirement. And Chavez was really kind of just damaged goods. Then he barely got by Gabriel Rosado himself. He won by split decision. And last year he didn't have a fight, so that also can be maybe blamed for this performance. But still, he's had some really hard fights against Canelo and Derevyanchenko and Golovkin. And yeah, you might say even Caleb Truax. Yeah, in a way. So he's not. He's rather sharp, simply. Yeah. So he's got a good record. If he retires now, 37-4, it's very, you know, a decent or more than a decent record. He can be satisfied, with his achievements, especially given, what happened earlier in his life with the cancer. And first, before that, he was knocked out by Dmitry Pirog, which was the only and remains the only time he was knocked out in 2010. Yeah. So yeah, yeah, he doesn't have. I don't think he can really go any further than this. He can get maybe a rematch against Ryder, but to what end? I don't get. I don't see him really doing much better in the rematch. I mean, of course, if this fight was in America, then of course he would have gotten it for sure. Because, yeah, I mean, when it comes to the number of rounds he won, yeah, probably he won at least one more round, one or two than Ryder, if we are to be totally honest. But he didn't really look good winning most of those rounds. I mean, he didn't really impress, if you know what I mean. And his best, perhaps best round was the seventh, but he didn't really win it because also Ryder landed really good shots there. So that round could have actually been an even round, also maybe. But yeah, I think still it's not. I see many complain about this being a big robbery or something. I don't see that really as. I don't agree. Maybe, yeah. I mean, Jacobs may have won in reality, but he really didn't, impress. So while Ryder did, he did impress last night actually. So you know, that's how it is. I don't think he was, you know, I don't think anybody should say, "Oh, Ryder didn't deserve this victory. He didn't, he got lucky or something." I don't think that's the right thing to say anyway, because he has been, fighting for so long and coming on the end of some really close decisions, like against Callum Smith and the Rocky Feeling. Yeah, so I think that's good for him. So now he can move on and eventually fight for a world title. Yeah. So that was what I had to say about the fight last night. It was not a great fight, but pretty good fight, all in all. Yeah, I mean, you cannot expect a classic each time, right? Classic war, but it was. I think the people got their money's worth last night, all in all. And we who watch and followed the zone also got our money's worth. All right. Thank you for watching. See you. Bye bye.